Hello my lovelies, I hope you're all doing so well and welcome back to another cup of catch up. I decided to do another one a wee bit sooner just because I have something really important that I want to talk to you guys about. It's not a fun topic, it's not a happy topic, but it's something that's really important to me and I wanted to share it with you guys. I know I've talked about it briefly before and it's not something that I find easy to talk about, but obviously you can see from the title what it is anyway, so there's no point in me beating about the bush. It's about cancer. We've all been touched by cancer. We've all known someone, been related to someone, or it's something none of us gets away from. Whether we ourselves suffer from cancer or whether we know somebody who has cancer, it's something that we've all heard so much about. It's something that it's so hateful, it's so disgusting, it's horrible. We all wish it didn't exist, but it does. And it's something that this year has hit me more than I've ever been hit by it before. I've known people. My grandfather passed away from cancer a few years ago. He didn't even know he had cancer until the day before he died. He'd fought for help of chest infections and stuff, and it turned out he was riddled. He had started off with tumours on his lungs and they ended up suffocating him and he died. He found out on a Friday that he had cancer, and a massive tumour on one of his lungs was putting so much pressure on it, was suffocating him. And I don't remember this, but my husband remembers. He just said, well, that's it then. And he gave up. He gave up a fight because without knowing, he'd been fighting cancer for a few years and he really suffered. And as I say, he passed away the next day. This time last year, I had literally just started to try and get my head around the fact that my father-in-law, who was like a second father to me, him and I were like two peas in a pod. You know, whenever I got sick, he did so much for me, with my husband being a shift worker and being in bed most of the day and everything. He wasn't always able to take me to my doctor's appointments and everything. So because my father-in-law lived a couple of streets away, it was really handy for him just to come and pick me up and take me to my appointments. If I was going to physio, he would be there with me. He would wait on me and bring me home. He would make me lunch around at his house, and he looked after me so much more than most people's parents do. Never mind a father-in-law. And that was another thing. He never treated me like I was a daughter-in-law. I was his daughter. I was the daughter he never had. And he made sure I knew that. And as I say, we were incredibly close. And last year in July, he hadn't been well for a while and he realised his stomach was really sore and he'd had shingles and stuff, and he was like, I'm not getting any better from this. So he'd gone to the doctors anyway, and I can remember Thomas and my husband and I going with him to the hospital so that he could get the dye test down in. And well, anyway, it came back that he had a tumour on his pancreas. And I just remember thinking, I know what pancreatic cancer is. I know that less than 5% of the people who have that cancer survive. And my father-in-law was 73 at the time he was diagnosed, and I just kept thinking, what chance does he have? But guys, he was adamant. He fought and like, if you'd seen him just before Christmas, still out walking the dogs, still driving, going places, and he ended up with jaundice just before Christmas because his bile duct was blocked. So he went in, he got a stent in to open that up, and that helped the jaundice and everything flowing right back through his kidneys again. And again, he bounced back, and I swear it almost gave us that false sense of security that he was flipping invincible. But in February, he hit rock bottom. And I just remember it was so fast. It basically happened overnight. He hadn't been eating well for a long time, so we'd watched him you know, getting skinnier and skinnier, but I remember going to see him one day, and I hadn't been well for a couple of days, so I wasn't able to get round to walk the dog and spend time with them. And 3 days passed and I was back round in the evening at my normal time, and I walked in and he was barely able to move, and he just looked so ill. For the first time it really hit me that he had cancer, and it wasn't a cancer that he was going to win the battle against. And I said to him, look, you need to let us take you to hospital. And he was like, nope, I'm not going, I don't want to go. And the next day it was the same, and we watched from the Thursday night right through until the Sunday, where he didn't even get dressed, he barely moved, and one of the days I don't even think he got out of bed, which, I mean, must have been really hard for him, having been so active all his life. So on the Sunday evening, I said to my brother-in-law and my husband, I said, look, we need to get him to the hospital. We need to contact the hospital and let them know. He was told that if there was any issues with his chemo, if he felt worse or anything, because he was taking oral chemo by this stage, that they needed to know, they needed to be informed. So they rang and they were told to bring him straight up, and he would be registered and everything and ready by the time he got up there. So they admitted him on the Sunday night, and by the Wednesday we were told that there would be no more chemo because it wasn't working. His tumour was growing at such a fast rate that there was nothing that they could do except keep him comfortable. That meeting was so difficult because I was with my brother-in-law, because we were basically the main carers for him. It was something that we did together then. So we kind of came home going, okay, so now what? So we gave him the choice. He was asked, did he want to go to a Marie Curie centre, or did he want to come home? It was a heartbreaking response we got, because he said he just wanted to live. Anyway, did so well. What have I got? 8 minutes and I did alright. Anyway, we told him that we would bring him home because the centre that he was going to be sent to, the centre that he was going to, would have been quite far away, and it would have been awkward for us to get up and down to numerous times during the day, and also he would have had to wait a couple of weeks until there would be a bed available. So we didn't really have that time to wait and leave him in the hospital, because he hated it, he didn't want to be there. And so we brought him home, and I gave up everything that I was doing, and I was there every night looking after him. But with having fibromyalgia, looking after him every night wasn't something that was going to be easy for me, because I don't sleep very well at the best of times, so I'm always fatigued. But I needed to look after myself as well, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look after him if I didn't look after myself. So Marie Curie was able to come and stay with him some of those nights that he was home with us, and we would have been lost without them. And it's something that's really been close to my heart ever since, and I've taken so much time and effort to really try and raise money so that other families out there that need the love and support of Marie Curie, so that they can get it. Do you know that for 1 hour of a patient's care in their own home, it's £20? And for one of those full nights, from 11 to 7 a.m. that they were with us, it cost £180. And that blows me away. I just think they rely on each and every one of us to raise money for them, to help them, to look after us. And there's so many people out there. I read a thing earlier that said every 5 minutes someone dies in the UK without the help and support from a charity like Marie Curie, because there just isn't enough funding there. And I thought to myself, how horrible must that be for those families who don't get the love and support and the help that they need from a cancer charity And I mean, those nurses that come out to my father-in-law's house, it was like they were treating their own family. And what really blows me away is they have to walk away and switch off those emotions from those patients that they're dealing with and go and deal with someone else. And how hard must it be to be a nurse who just constantly looks after people who are terminal, who are in their final days? You know, it's constant death. And I just thought, I've worked in a nursing home, but these people that I worked with, it was different. Yes, they were going to pass away, but not necessarily tomorrow or next week. You know, some of them last for years and years and years, and that was something that also really touched me. These nurses, they know that those patients that they're looking after, they could get a phone call to say, look, you don't need to go out to such and such tomorrow because they passed away today. And I just remember sitting listening to my father-in-law chatting away to these people and them laughing at him. And, you know, and in the first few days anyway, the final few days, he wasn't really conscious enough to have conversations, but I decided that I wanted to set up a Just Giving page. My target is £500. I've already raised £142. I'm also doing a 10k walk on the 30th of this month. It's in Belfast, it's at Stormont. If you're in Belfast, there's going to be entertainment, there's going to be fireworks, music, loads of stuff going on. So I think it starts at 5:30 in the evening. I will try and get as much information in the description bar as I can. I will put a link to the Marie Curie page as well. If you're local, I'm telling you, get over there. It'll be a really, really good night to support such a great cause. I have my t-shirt and everything here. So this is my letter. This is my in celebration of. So I'm gonna have Desmond Milligan on this. Actually, I think I'm probably gonna put Daddy Desi on it. So this is the t-shirt that I'm going to be wearing, and it gives you all the dates for the other walk 10s as well. So it does have details on it for texting to walk 10, but I have a obviously, because I have the Just Giving page, which is www.justgiving.com/Desmond Milligan. I'll have a link for that in the down section as well. And also you can text your donation to 70070. You just need to quote MWR82 with your donation amount, which can be £1, £2, £5 or £10. And you can send as many or as few texts as you want. But it is something that, I mean, if each and every one of the people that is subscribed to me sent £1, that would be £600. You know, that is an amazing amount. Even if I only got 200 of my subscribers to donate £1, I would be absolutely over the moon. I don't expect everybody to have have loads of money spare that they can donate, but the reason that I am extending this request to you guys is because at one point or another in our lives we're going to be touched by cancer, and I hope and pray that each and every one of you that is watching this, it isn't fatal for you guys. I hope it's not you. I don't want it to be your family or anything. I don't want it to be anyone. I would love to just get rid of this disease, this horribleness altogether. I am eventually going to be doing more for other charities as well, such as raising awareness for pancreatic cancer, because a lot of people don't know very much about pancreatic cancer. I actually have this is Pancreatic Cancer Action, this bracelet here, and this is a Macmillan one. Macmillan nurses as well. They're great support for people who are going through chemotherapy and everything. They are just very, very caring. They were the ones that actually were really helpful and arranged everything for my father-in-law to be able to get home. So again, I like to raise money for them as well, but right now my main focus this year is to try and raise £500 for Marie Curie. If I was eventually able to raise £720, I would be really happy, because it would be the amount that it cost for Marie Curie to come those 4 nights and look after my father-in-law. That would be my ultimate goal. If I got anything more than that, you know, I would be ecstatic. But guys, I would love, I don't like doing a begging video, and I understand if you can't afford to send any money. That is totally fine. If you can afford, even if all you can afford is the £1, that is great. I would be really appreciative of anything that you can afford. As I said, all this money is being donated on a Just Giving page. I see none of it. It doesn't come to me. Yes, I have sponsor forms here for anybody locally to me, friends and family and stuff who want to sponsor me for the walk, but it all gets sent off to Marie Curie as well. But if you want to donate to my Just Giving page, it would mean the absolute world to me. The information will be in the comment section below. No, it won't. The information to donate, as I said, is going to be in the description bar below. I just want to say thank you all so much in advance. I really appreciate even just taking the time to watch this. It is something that really, it means so much to me because of how much it's affected my life this year, and how much my family would have been lost without Marie Curie. And I want to make sure, or try and make sure, that all you guys out there who really need the support of Marie Curie are able to get it. I know of a family close by to where I live whose daughter has recently been diagnosed with cancer as well, and as far as I'm aware it's in her stomach. I'm not entirely sure of all the ins and outs of it, but I would like to make sure that she gets the support that she needs as well. So if all we can do each is send £1 to Marie Curie, you know, we can make a difference, and that means the world to not only me but any of those people who get the benefit of your support as well. So anyway guys, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Even if you can't support by donating, I would love it if you guys even just tweeted or shared this video on your Facebook for other people to watch as well. As I said, cancer is something that affects us all in one way or another, and if all you can do is share a video to try and get some more support, I'm really appreciative of that as well. Anyway guys, I love you all so much. I will see you in my next video. Love yous. Mwah. Bye bye.